Welcome to the Final Expense Sales Academy, the hub for mastering the art of final expense life insurance sales. If you're looking to become a pro in the final expense industry, you're in the right place. My name is Kyle Williams, and I'm your host to go through the ins and outs of the final expense business, from tips to tricks to industry insights. We cover everything you need to close deals with confidence, provide true value to your clients, and become a better insurance agent. So hit that subscribe button and let's get started on elevating your sales game one video at a time. Hey guys, in this episode, we're going to talk about step 3 of the sales process, building rapport. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so that way you catch all the latest videos that we put out for you. So this is a very important step of the sales process. So building rapport is oftentimes a step that a lot of agents, especially new agents or struggling agents, fumble. They don't do very well. And I will detail the importance of that coming up. But this is a very important step, so it's something to take very seriously. It's generally the most casual part. This is the simplest part. There's nothing to this. This is just having conversation with individuals. So people buy products and services from people that they know, like, and trust. Now, when you show up to the door, they oftentimes probably don't know you. So they need to get to know you. They need to like you, and they have to build trust with you. So how do we do that very quickly? Well, that's some of the things that we're going to outline. So the most important thing here in this statement that I made, that people buy products and services from people that they know, like, and trust, is the most important part of that is people is the word. In life insurance, they're really buying you as the individual, as the agent, because they are buying a service that they will never see the benefits of. They're going to pay on it every month, but they're never going to reap the benefits of it. They're buying this for their family. They never see it at all, ever. It's not like a car where you feel it every day. This is a product that they will never touch, feel, or see. So they're really buying you. Okay, because let's be honest. There's 50 other companies that provide a comparable insurance policy than the one that you're soliciting. So they can get this policy from anywhere, from anybody. It's not that hard to get, okay? So they're buying you. So the best way to get prospects to buy you is through building rapport, okay? And the way that you build rapport with them is you find common interest between the two of you. People buy from people that they like, okay, that are just like them. That is how they buy. They should buy from people who understand them. They buy from people who see the same things that they do. Now, everybody has different beliefs. Everybody has different viewpoints. Everybody has different interests. So as a salesperson, you sort of have to be a little bit of a chameleon. You don't have to completely agree with it, but your goal is to share common interest with the individual, so then that way they can feel like you understand them, okay? That's the most important thing. And so when you're building rapport, the easiest thing to do is to have them talk about their favorite subject. Do you know what everybody's favorite subject is? Me. Everybody loves to talk about themselves. When you talk about yourself, you start feeling good about yourself, okay? And so keep that in mind too, because whenever you're sitting down with a client, make sure you're not talking about yourself. Make sure you allow the time for them to talk about themselves. To be honest with you, they probably don't really care anything about you. Now, if they ask, answer it for sure. Don't completely ignore it, but make sure you keep the attention on them. Make them the superstar. Make them feel like they're the most important person in the room, and they're going to appreciate that. Because a lot of times these individuals don't feel that way, have never felt that way in their life. And so if you want someone to know how much you care, just let them keep talking about themselves. Okay? Just let them talk about themselves and ask leading questions to keep the conversation going about themselves. That is where, when we going back to step 1, is knocking on the door, is very important, because what it does is you can use some visual prompts that are in the yard at their house where they live to talk about some things. Okay, so you can always come back to that. If they like riding motorcycles, let's talk about that. If they like camping, let's talk about that. Anything in the yard that they can use to find common interest. Another thing you can do is talk about their family. Look around when you're sitting in the house. If you're sitting in the living room, look around and see what's on the walls. If you're sitting in the dining room, look around. Look around in the kitchen. See whatever it is. Find some common things to talk about. Find out what they're interested in, and they will talk for days. And when people open up to you, they trust you. Okay. So the key thing here is ask questions so that way they talk about themselves. Fill in the gaps as needed talking about you. But if you notice, if you get them really talk about themselves, they'll never ask you anything. I cannot tell you how many cases that I've sold. They've never asked me where I'm from. They probably don't remember my name, and they know nothing about me. What I do is I go in there and make them feel like the superstar. That's all I do. So this is building rapport. It is just finding common ground between the two of you, and what that will do is start bridging an establishment of trust. Okay? If you skip this step, it's going to make the close inordinately harder because there's no trust established. Slow down, spend some time in this step. It doesn't need to be hours. There's no time limit on this because everybody's different. Some people are chatty Cathys and they just will talk all day long till the day's end. And then some people are more on the one-word answer, shorts, don't really have much to say. And you have to figure out the individual. But if you're going to have a chance to close the sale, you have to build rapport with the individual. And the whole goal is to ask them leading questions, have them talk about themselves, find common ground on the same interests that you guys have, and talk about that. Make them feel like you are one of them, and then they'll welcome you with open arms, and then that way you can turn around, and now we can start going into the presentation and start soliciting the product that they're interested in. So that is building rapport. So as we wrap up here, be sure to subscribe so that way you catch all our latest content. If you have any questions, comment below. If you receive something valuable here, share it with your friends, share it on social media, and comment below to me what was your favorite piece of content in this episode, and we'll see you in the next one.